With April right around the corner, it can be easy to lose sight of what is right in front of us. And what's right in front of us is the Nintendo Switch. Sure, April 2nd, we will all take this portable, souped-up Game Boy for granted when we get early looks at what's to come with the Nintendo Switch 2. But the latest Direct should show that the Switch isn't dead yet. It will still be retail relevant in 2026, which isn't super weird or rare for a console to still get games after their successor is released. Even as I'm filming this, the PS4 is still getting games despite the PS5 being out for literal years at this point. Some consoles find their market and they just go on forever. I mean, some consoles, it takes the will of God to put them down. Just look at the PS2. The PS2 did so well, it was getting soccer games in 2013. 7 years after the release of the PS3. However, not every console is lucky. Not even Nintendo, for all their success, treats every console with a proper burial. If the Switch really is dying, it's getting a heck of a farewell tour. Just look at the Wii U. 2017 rolled around, Nintendo dropped Breath of the Wild simultaneously on the Wii U and the Switch and left the Wii U for dead. Sir, would you like to play Super Mario Odyssey, Nintendo's latest take on reinventing the 3D platform space, filled with large levels, smooth gameplay, awesome costumes, and enough moons to make Saturn jealous? Nah. I just picked up Just Dance 2018. I think I got everything I need here, bud. The latest Nintendo Direct revealed 2 more 2026 offerings for Switch owners, and I know one of them probably broke the internet at least a little bit. But let's think about that. 2026 should be an awkward year for the Switch, right? Most major developers, including Nintendo themselves, should be wanting to get their games on the Switch 2 for next year. However, I think there will be some incentives for developers to linger on the original hardware. For starters, familiarity with programming for Switch 1, and couple that with the fact that the Switch 2 is backwards compatible, means developers could still find an audience for their games next year. But still, the back end of 2025 is looking stacked, with Legend ZA, Metroid Prime 4, the new Story of Seasons, just to name a few. Is Nintendo really saving anything for the OG6 in 2026 at this point? Well, this Direct did give us a little bit of insight. Some developers have already announced some of their games for 2026, and some may surprise you. I'll get the lesser known game out of the way first. Timarana, the Lucky Princess and the Tragic Knights is a visual novel. I couldn't find much information on this one, but hey, if visual novels are your jam, then get excited. Next up, Level 5 is giving the Switch 2 new games. The first up is Inazuma 11, a soccer game from a franchise that debuted on the original DS in 2008. Level 5 keeps us going with Deca Police. And I've spoken about Deca Police before. It's like the Matrix mixed with that Level 5 visual and charms. And it's probably the game I'm most excited for out of the offerings we talk about today. And it's been delayed into oblivion, so hopefully the wait is worth it. Then, Nintendo surprised us by reviving 2 of its dormant franchises. First is Rhythm Heaven. For those of you that don't know, Rhythm Heaven is a rhythm-based collection of minigames, getting its first entry since Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix back in 2015. Then, the game that collectively made our jaws drop, Tamagotchi Life Living the Dream, is coming to the Switch. And this is, every time I watch Switch, like Nintendo Direct speculations, rumors, what games could be coming out. I mean, bros have been pounding their chest for Tamagotchi Life for like the last handful of years, and every time we just haven't seen it. But it's been floating in the ether like the Wind Waker Twilight Princess bundle pack, and I kind of gave up on that dream, so I had given up on Tamagotchi Life as well. Not that I've ever played Tamagotchi Life, but I was really big into the... I don't even remember what they called the Nintendo Directs before the Switch, but like where they would do the Wii U and the 3DS ones. And Tamagotchi Life always looked awesome, and I always wanted to play it, but I never got around to it. It's just crazy to think that it is coming back all these years later, because that has to be over 10 years of anticipation. It's got to be at least 11 or 12 years since Tamagotchi Life started on the 3DS. I still remember watching the original trailer for the 3DS back in the day. It's crazy to think 3DS is now back in the day old, but here we are, and it's even crazier to think that it's real this time. So true, not too much is known for any of these games in particular, and none of these games really are enough for us to be like, yeah, 2026 is going to be a great year to be a Switch owner. But it shows you that, you know, Nintendo is not just abandoning the Nintendo Switch, which I didn't think they would, but again, being a scarred Wii U survivor where they just killed my old boy, you know? It's just good because last year people said, hey, the Switch 2 is coming, get ready. There's not going to be any games for the rest of 2024. And, you know, they were all varying degrees of success, but we got a new Zelda game in Echoes of Wisdom. We got a new Mario Party game. We got a new Mario and Luigi game. We got Legend ZA, you know, more details about that. We got Metroid Prime 4 confirmed. And now here we are going into 2025. And like I said, the back half of 2025 is looking stacked, which means when we get the Nintendo Direct later in the fall, yes, there'll probably be a lot of talks of the Switch 2, but we'll probably get to see some of the games that are... Because here's what this doesn't include. Games that are going to be simultaneous releases, which I guess we still don't know any so far, and games that are going to be delayed and pushed back and rescheduled, you know, moved around to kind of help fill out release schedules. So yeah, it's only 5 or 6 games revealed right now, but there's a lot of games with to be announced release dates and a lot of games with development still pending. So guys, the Switch isn't dead. It's still got some games left in it. So here's to 2026. May it be just as good as all the other years. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know of these games which one you're most excited for. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.